Obama has promised a smooth and efficient transition to the incoming Trump administration. But from President Obama's enacting new regulations that ban new offshore drilling to President-elect Donald Trump's meddling in foreign policy, it appears both sides are making life a little bit difficult for each other. Correspondent Rich Edson tells us how from the State Department tonight.
On the surface, a coordinated, respectful transition of immense power.
President Obama, who by the way, I've gotten along with so well, No. He's really doing great. He's been so nice.
It's just been a few days since I last talked to the president-elect about a whole range of transition issues. That cooperation is going to continue.
However, the Obama administration is constraining its predecessor, and President-elect Donald Trump is already setting and confusing U.S. foreign policy the month before his inauguration. At home, President Obama banned drilling this week in hundreds of millions of acres of the Arctic and Atlantic Oceans and used a 1953 law to ensure a more difficult process for the next administration to reverse that prohibition. The current president also dismantled a dormant immigration registry system liberals feared the incoming president could have used to fulfill a campaign promise and ban immigrants from certain countries.
Things are going to happen like you haven't seen happen in many, many decades.
For his part, the next president is already reshaping American foreign policy. The president-elect criticized the Central Intelligence Agency for determining Russia had interfered in the U.S. election and blamed the outrage on bitter Democrats. Russia's president joined him in that opinion.
In my opinion, it is humiliating. One must be able to lose with dignity.
Mr. Trump also accepted a phone call from Taiwan, angering China, and he's further threatened China over its trade and economic policies. While the president-elect has called for Congress to increase spending on the U.S. military, he also declared on Twitter that the country must greatly strengthen and expand its nuclear capability. Then, President-elect Trump interfered with an Obama administration vote on a United Nations Security Council resolution criticizing Israel. Trump urged the U.S. to vote against it, and Israel reportedly enlisted the Trump transition team to pressure the resolution supporters to drop the Egyptian-sponsored measure. And the president-elect is looking further beyond that, already speaking with Egypt's president regarding negotiations on a Middle East peace process. President Obama finishing his term, while the president-elect Donald Trump looks forward to his, is an explicit demonstration to the world at how much U.S. policy has changed because of this election. Shannon?
Rich Edson from the State Department. Thank you, Rich.